Well, hello there. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Welcome back, one and all, to the Blue Rose Respite. You were lost, and now you are found, and you are all most welcome here. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening on this wonderful Valentine's Day for my first ever Lonely Hearts Let's Play. Hopefully you're all able to hear me a little bit better now. Let's see if we could do something about that. Is that a bit better for you guys? I thought I'd switch things up a little bit with the layout and some other fun things. And there we go. So thank you all so much for joining me this evening for Valentine's Day, for my first ever Lonely Hearts Let's Play. We're all here to just relax, unwind, and have a good time together. And why not start things out right for this wonderful, wonderful evening when we try and seduce one of our monstrous classmates as we take a crack at Monster Prom second term. I do love this game a lot. Second term is the DLC that came out a while ago. I haven't had the chance to play it yet, so I thought, why not? This prop's annoying. There we go. So here's to Valentine's Day, here's to love, solidarity, and all that good shit. And I love you guys. But before we get started, let's see who's in the chat this evening. The Wolf Warrior, welcome back. Multipath Interference, great to see you again. Shadow Fang, always good to see you. Comstenich, thank you so much for coming back, always good to see you again. Tobias, Joshua, Daniel, the Storyteller Bree, Anonymity Complex. Sinful, thank you so much for the bits, I really appreciate it. Oh, so many amazing people. You guys are so good. Okay, good. Everyone's here. And Sarak, welcome back as well. And Samuel, good to see you again. Brian, good to see you again. Oh, we've got some fun people in the chat this evening. And we're just here to relax, unwind, have a good drink, and try and seduce some monsters, okay? I hope you like the new layout. Got things spruced up for the occasion. Well, let's take a crack at this, shall we? So, I'm planning for this stream to run for about 2 hours. Shadowfang, thank you so much for the 1200 bits, I really appreciate it. I'll be your shades to your Persephone any day for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Shadow. Appreciate it. Mwah. Oh, you guys are so cool. But let's get stuck into this, shall we? So what I'm planning on doing is one longer game that run for about an hour, and then 2 short games, one at the start and one at the end, just to kind of figure things out, because it's been a while since I've played this game. So if that sounds good with you guys, we'll get stuck into it. And we've already done the classic version. You can find the playlist of my somewhat playthrough of Monster Prom on my YouTube channel. So we're going to head straight into second term. And we're going to start off with a short game just to learn the ropes again. Now be prepared to watch me fail miserably at this game. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. So, who are we? I do love red. I love playing as red a lot. But I'm feeling playing blue for the shorter games and then red for the longer game. Because I have to be that level of extra and name it after myself. Can I fit my full name in? Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie Loki, wish me luck.
Let's go.
Can everyone hear it okay? Are the sound levels okay? Okay, good to know. Just because the intro music can be a little bit loud, so I turned it down a bit. So, hope it's good for you guys. I'm just going to adjust this lighting a bit. There we go. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks are left, and we were fantasizing about our dream prom dates. We were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howe, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with his stupidly large heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, whenever I played this, I always go after Damien. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe, one of our new faces because she came with the DLC, and I'm looking forward to potentially pursuing her as a love interest. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the Dark Realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewlett Packard, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Oh, he's a wholesome boy. And Vera Oberlin, aka probably the closest I'll get to a self-insert character in this game. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. Well, like, she and I dressed the same, to be honest. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Hey Draco! So glad you could make it! Welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite! It's all good, we're just starting up. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character sheets. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Okay. Oh hey, I've got... Damn it, I threw the rose away. He and I are birds of a feather. So for the first one, since we're doing a shorter game to start off with and learn the ropes as it were, I'm just going to answer mostly honestly rather than trying to direct it towards one particular character. So, if you could go back in time, what's one thing you'd tell your younger self? I tell myself not to teach that robot how to fall in love, as romantic as it might have seemed at the moment. It started with the robot revolution of 2037, way worse than the much more positive robot sexual revolution of 2043. I'd advise myself not to buy a time machine. Worst investment ever. They turned out to be the blockbuster of 2032. Why should we assume silly younger me needs advice? I've grown up to have a fucking time machine, so I must have done something right. Fuck younger me. We're going straight to Woodstock, baby. Did I mention how much I fucking love the humor in this game? Summoning Pixels! Welcome to the Blur's Respite. I think you're new here, and you're most welcome here. Honestly, the last one, it's just so fucking perfect. I have to choose it. Yeah. Fun over common sense. Perfect. If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? Is it too late to cancel the stream? God. A human being, because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one. A swan. They're classy, plus it reminds me of that myth of Leda and the Swan, so at least by bestiality standards it has a certain chic appeal. Or a great white shark. If I have to fuck an animal, let's at least make it a story worth telling. No, Nox Pletius, you're just in time. We're answering questions about bestiality because this is what kind of fucking game it is. So, I feel like I'm obligated to choose the second one. Like, it's that kind of game. It is dumb, it is full of dick jokes, and it's just a fun game. So, because I'm a classy bitch, we're gonna go with the Swan. So creative! If you were a D&D character, what would be your class? The prettiest one. Obscure Instagrammer, moneymaker, good boy, gunhaver, or automaton. I prefer warlocks and sorcerers personally, and they have high charisma, so I'm gonna go with the prettiest one. Yes! Our genocidal mermaid waifu. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? Him to not be so cliche. A genie and wishes, so mainstream. I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I can grant my own wishes. To feel truly alive. Okay. Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to 3 standard wishes. His friendship. For Shinji and Kaoru to be canon. Oh, this is too cute. I love this game so much. Let's see. If I genuinely found a genie in a bottle, I would be that prick who goes into like the nitty-gritty of negotiations. And I said this first run through we're going to be answering honestly, so let's go for that one. Yeah. Chug the genie, chug the genie.
Let's go.
Alright. I could definitely use a little bit more charm. I got pretty good smarts though, so I'm trying to think of who that kind of leans more towards. Let's try and up our charm a little bit. Let's head to gym class. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Oh, Sinful, it's okay. This stream's being recorded, so it's going to go up on my channel on Monday, so if you have to duck out because of problems with the connection, it's all good. All the best to you and happy Valentine's Day. Later, you see Miranda and Vera cornered by the wolf pack, who are watching them like a pack of wolves. You don't say.
The wolf pack is here!
How would one of you ladies like to go on a date tonight with the hottest dogs ever to not be literal hot dogs?
What?
I wouldn't. At all.
What a commoner.
This is not at all how I like my courtships to begin. Where are the jewels? Where are the flowers? Oh, also side note, I do voices for all the characters. Just warning you in advance. Where are the bloody heads of my enemies? Asking the real questions. Oh man, we'll show you the courtship. On the court, when we win, on the court, at sports. We'll show you sportship courtship. Every time I think the guys at the school can't get any dumber. Oh, I get it. We're both shy. Don't worry, our barks are worse than our bites. Except when we're doing sports, because then we bring it! Yeah! But if neither one of you have the confidence to say which one of you wants to go out with us tonight, we can just choose for you. Yikes. Like, they're relatively well-intentioned, but you should definitely step in and save one of them. I'm gonna save Miranda, because she's a cutie patootie, and she's slightly homicidal, and I love her. Tonight, Miranda can't. I have 2 tickets to Cirque de la Mer's underwater show. Miranda's eyes light up like an anglerfish.
Oh, how majestic.
Cirque de la Mer? As a little girl, I always wanted to be an aqua gymnast.
Mediocre.
Of course you did. Until I realized it required hard work and discipline, at which point I decided I was much happier as a princess. But I still love watching it. How thoughtful of you to procure tickets for me and my favorite maidservant. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Vera, but she feels a little bit too much like dating myself at times. So we'll see how things go. But Miranda's adorable and I love her.
Don't miss me.
I'll tell you all about it. Shut down! Let's go write a list of jokes we can make about this awkward loser. Whatever. You still made Miranda super happy and distracted the wolf pack, so win! You gained 2 charm and 1 creativity.
Let's go.
Oh, at least we know Samuel's favorite. Like... Okay, let's sit with Miranda and... Yeah, Scott and Miranda. As you approach Scott and Miranda's table, you see that the entire table was covered in exotic silverware. Oh, what's this one for? That's the forking spoon. It's a spoon for picking up your forks, so that you don't have to touch them with your fingers. And that one? That's the tuning fork. It's for making sure all your other silverware is tuned to A minor, as is proper. What about this one? That's the dairy knife. It's for milk. Okay. Wow, do people ever invent new silverwares? All the time, but none of them are any good. It would take a genius of true subtlety to improve on the existing canon. A genius of true subtlety. Genius and subtlety are your middle fucking names! You suggest the ultimate new silverware! The salad harp or hand? I think the salad harp is more Miranda style. A harp? For salad? Why has no one thought of this before? Because it's hard to eat a salad with a harp? Cretin, you said anything about eating. Isn't that what silverware is for? Perish the thought. The true purpose of silverware is to give your hands something to do while you elegantly avoid your food. And nothing is more elegant than playing a subtle lament on a harp while your serfs eat your salad for you. My serfs will finish my lunch for me. I'm off to have a harp commissioned. Miranda takes you harp shopping with her. It's a real bonding experience. Afterwards, you both ignore salad together at a fancy restaurant.
Let's go.
Oh, it's been a while since I've played this game. It's fun. What do we need to up? We can improve our boldness a bit. Actually... Boldness... Yeah, let's improve our boldness a little. And that is... Yeah, it's that one. That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there was like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. Oh damn it, boldness was another thing. That's okay. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Thank you for coming, my dear. I finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the Queen of Prom. Your royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that Prom Queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr. She's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts?
Let's convince everyone that she likes humans, or fart joke. That feels more along the lines of boldness, which we haven't quite leveled up enough yet, in my opinion. I agree, Miranda's outfits are adorable. I think the first one, because that probably leans more into creativity than just fart joke. Yes! It doesn't take much to make someone look bad in this day and age. You, however, are monsters and went for a total overkill. You hire a Chinese hacker to plant 10 years of pro bono work rescuing human babies from lawnmowers in Ursula's name. This fucking game! At recess, Dr. Babylove of the Babylove Institute appears out of nowhere and presents her with the Humanity Award.
Yes! This will seriously harm our standing with the evil lawnmower creature contingent.
That's an important voting block. They're the ones who keep the schoolyard so tidy. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Oh, Shadow, I fucking love this game. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it too. Hey Stevie, how's it going? Welcome back. Sorry if you popped in earlier, I didn't see you earlier. So glad so many people could join me tonight. Let's get our money up and running a little. Oh. Let's go to the library anyway. Just see if there is anything. I think maybe up our boldness, and because I can't think of anything that we need from like the store at the moment. So let's improve our boldness first, and then afterwards we can try and get money on the next turn. I think this one's boldness. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. Many people go to the bathroom to fulfill a very basic biological need, euphemized, and in fact, as going to the bathroom. But when you go, you are immediately greeted by the hullabaloo that can only come from the clamoring of many armored mer people. This goddamn school.
Bow to Miranda Vanderbilt.
Okay, I love that outfit so much.
Hear, hear! My judgment is final. The sentence is death, to be carried out immediately by my most trusted executioner, Thorpe.
Thorpe? I'm saying it Thorpe. Miranda is sitting on what should euphemistically be called a porcelain throne, which has been turned into quite a literal throne, adorned with gold and jewels and dolphin skulls. In what was the next stall before the walls were knocked down, a bare-chested masked executioner holds the prisoner aloft. It's a goldfish in a plastic bag that they're about to flush down the toilet. I'm glad you're enjoying me doing the voices, Leonard. I have a lot of fun doing them. It's almost as though I'm a voice actor. Wait! Cries the goldfish.
Yes? Any last words? Or gloves?
I demand a trial by combat! Cries the goldfish.
Oh shoot, I hate it when they do that. I am royally obligated to royally oblige. Very well then, choose your champion.
The goldfish swishes his little fishy tail, and suddenly an enormous fish man with huge rippling muscles, somehow even though he still has scales, it's all very confusing, but anyway, he appears, and he wields an enormous battle axe. How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce that name? Admiral Aquatus, the terrible, horrible, full of bloodlust,
Never been defeated again? All my prisoners are so predictable. I could have you fight him, Thor, but I hate to lose my best executioner. There's Shark-Headed Max the Axe, or Magical the Murderess, or Well-Dicked Wayland the Wanderer. But of course, there's only one champion worthy to fight the undefeated Admiral Aquatus, the terrible, horrible, full of bloodlust, never been defeated. And that's Stephanie, the nightmare from the surface, breather of air.
Yay!
Don't worry, Stephanie. Just because Admiral Aquatus the Terrible has killed literally every single champion he has ever come up against, doesn't mean he's going to kill you.
God damn it. Now you can't even piss without the threat of being ripped limb from limb by a fish. Better find a way to turn this around so you can survive, and more importantly, impress Miranda. Point out that Admiral Aquatus the Terrible, Horrible, Full of Bloodlust, never been defeated, that you are all above water, so he can't breathe, or the goldfish said trial by combat, he didn't say what kind. Challenge him to a combat in a popular video game of battling pocket humans, Pokemon. My smarts is actually not bad, so I think that one might be the best one. Because that one can, honestly, either one of them would potentially work. I just think that one might be more about winning over logic. So, logic is the best weapon. You bring yourself up to full height, which is still nowhere near as close as being as tall as Admiral Aquatus, the terrible, horrible, full of blood that's never been defeated, and approach him menacingly. If we're above water, you whisper in his ear flap, and you have gills, which you do, then how are you breathing? Admiral Aquatus' eyes go giant, and they were already pretty big. He gasps for air and clutches at his throat. His gills flap frantically, but there is no water to filter through them.
Oh look, it would appear your champion has been defeated, you tax-evading scum. Now prepare to meet your master.
Maker. Wait, what? Tax evasion?
Any last words?
You may be able to flush me down the toilet, says the goldfish bravely, but you will never be able to take away the likelihood that I could live in the sewers and mutate into something far greater than I am now and return to fight Stephanie, the nightmare from the surface, breather of air, my own self.
A risk I am most certainly willing to take. After all, Stephanie just proved herself to be my greatest, bravest, beautifulest champion ever.
With that, the traitorous tax-evading goldfish is flushed down the toilet, but who gives a fuck about that? Because Miranda is obviously smitten with you. And all because you remembered how air works, you gain 2 boldness and 1 charm. Whoop whoop! We're doing good this round. How you guys enjoying the stream so far? And I trust you guys to tell me if I ever get any lipstick on my teeth. Okay, let's head over to Miranda's table. Okay, the question of what is this game is the best reaction to have with this game. You sit down with Zoe and Miranda. Miranda is paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe is paying too much attention to them.
Disgusting!
What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know it's how rude it is to oogle on other women's eating serfs? I'm not oogling. I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, when is it about royalty? It is not called fanfic. It is called propaganda. What? Oh, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna really dive into their inner lives, their hopes, their dreams, their desires. Also, side note, Zoe is fucking adorable. She's like an Eldritch Beholder cute weeb, and I love everything about this.
Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they, serfs?
The eating serf's eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or just shut up and eat? You're right, Miranda. Most serfs don't have thoughts or feelings. Only the really expensive and rare ones do. Make menacing eye contact with the two serfs, silently place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently. I think at this point we're leaning hard into like charming Miranda, so I think just agreeing with her is the best bet. Oh! My mistake! Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. I didn't realize your serfs were common and inexpensive. I won't ask them any questions.
Wait. Of course my serfs are expensive and rare. They're the most expensive and the most rare.
So you're saying they do have rich inner lives?
Rich? Why, their inner lives are positively wealthy. Opulent, even. Tell them, serfs.
At Miranda's urging, her serfs shared with you their childhood dreams of becoming marine biologists, their mutual love of ukulele music, and their well-reasoned opinions on income inequality.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
Wow, thanks you two. This really is a wealth of information.
Of course it is.
Once again, it looks like lying was the answer. Zoe's certainly grateful. I agree. Zoe is like a little Slaanesh acolyte, and I love her. Anonymity complex. I'm so glad you're loving this game. It's so much fun. I just love the energy in this game, and I try to like amp it up as much as I can. Okay, we're poor. We need money. That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gained 2 money. Somebody puts a sack over your head and throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda is sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of the toilet.
Greetings and salutations!
I'm glad you came. My prom queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish. Hardly helpful unless genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me sneak a 3-meter-tall, heavily armored pod assassin named Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you best say your goodbyes.
Do nothing. Every student at our school is some kind of bizarre monster. Or we need a diversion and release the Kraken. I'm not sure about this one. Because we're kind of evenly skilled across the board, so we can't really go wrong with this one, I think. What do you guys think? Oh, okay. I think the Kraken might be our best bet as well. Yes! Yes.
Kraken, of course. The tiny terror of the 3rd grade. I shall send word to the elementary school at once.
Soon Kraken, an 8-year-old octopus with a shitty attitude, runs onto campus and pulls all the fire alarms. Witches melt, vampires are trapped by running water they can't cross, and Damien's will to live is extinguished. Amidst the chaos, a Caribbean crab cries out for help. His mistress hangs on the hook in the middle of the hall.
Ha! Looks like that little princess is no longer part of our world.
If Miranda is this ruthless on land, shudder to think what she's like under the sea. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness.
Let's go!
We need more money. That day, you spent some time on the library's PC, managing your start kicker. You receive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you keep only 2 money. 420 backers. You see Miranda, Vera, and Polly gathered around a table covered in books. Could they be studying? No way. I hereby call this meeting of the boss-ass bitches to order. I've gathered all prior school yearbooks, so we have a clear list of everyone we're better than. Wow, what a great use of your time. Who said that? Oh great, it's the Coven. What are you three doing here? Studying. Because this is the library at the school.
Spies, villains, impersonating us.
What? What? Don't you see, Vera? Those three are obviously our evil twins. The little one is mean and bossy like you. What are you talking about, Polly? We go to class with you. We would know if you three didn't spend all your time doing stupid and mostly illegal stuff. Also, I love all of their outfits and I want all of their outfits. We won't fall for your tricks, evil Vera. Are you implying the original Vera isn't that kind of evil herself?
And look, Vera, the one on the right has glasses, just like Polly.
I need these to see.
And see, she has dark skin. She's clearly dark Polly.
Whoa, Polly, just... no.
Oh my goodness, bitches is only one letter away from witches.
Good lord. Say, would you three mind studying somewhere else? You're upsetting my minions. Never. Good grades are the backbone of a bright future. We need all this knowledge to save the world from the big bad. Oh boy, if you don't figure out a way to get the Coven out of here, you might have to break up a brawl. Any ideas? Whip out your rooster! Witches hate roosters! Chop up all the study tables with a big axe. That leans into boldness. That is... I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh. A sequin outfit, is that an official request? So, honestly, either one of these could go for boldness in my opinion. Like, that is just straight up chopping up things with an axe. And that's whipping out your rooster in front of a whole room of ladies. So, honestly, either one of these... I think this one is way leaning hard into boldness, so let's go with that one. Yeah! Thinking fast, you grab the designated library axe and get to work. Fun fact, all rooms at Spooky High School must contain at least one axe, due to lobbying by the Axe Murderers of America. What? Why? Damn the AMA.
Looks like someone had a little accident. No, I think she was doing that entirely on purpose.
Well, on purpose or not, it looks like there's no place to study anymore, is there, ladies? Fine, we're leaving, but you haven't seen the last of us.
See? That's exactly what our evil duplicates would say.
No, we have class with you guys next period. Did you forget? Class? It's time for that. We're forming a secret society. Okay, whatever. I guess we won't see you later then. You probably will see them later. Or will you? Oh, who cares? You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness either way.
Let's go.
Where are you, Miranda?
There you are. Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request.
Also, I fucking love all of Polly's outfits as well.
Yes. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple. Miranda, take my cell phone, snap a pic of me face planting in my food with my eyes closed and tongue out. But where for?
Right here, Miranda. You're about to point out that wherefore means why, but luckily Polly elaborates on her own so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all.
It's a new meme, Miranda. Like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning. It's dope AF. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion for the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media, and also not executed.
Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Stephanie? Heck yeah, you do. Don't you? I surely do. It's entitled Silverware Wear, and it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in very fancy tiny outfits. Yep, it's called dyeing. That leans way more into Polly. I think that's more Miranda. Yes!
Really? How have I not heard of this trend before? Beautiful silverware and fancy dresses are two of my biggest passions. This trend sounds like it was invented for me.
May have been by you. On the spot. But there's no need to go into that.
What's your favorite meme? Spiked salad forks in velvet evening gowns? In horse steaks knives and frilly skirts? Teaspoons in tea dresses?
This trend is... no words.
Yes, the glory of this spectacular combination would leave me speechless as well, were I not so excited to create more memes with Stephanie. We'll have to meet up soon. Bring all your most exquisite chopsticks. I shall bring doll clothes in which to dress them.
Yeah, totally. Hanging out with Miranda sounds amazing. I guess it's time to go and try to find some exquisite chopsticks. Essentially, this whole game is bullshitting your way through High School Simulator. But sexy monsters, which I have no problem with. We should up creativity a little bit. So let's go to the auditorium, shall we? That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school plays standards. You gain 2 creativity. You open your locker and see a cloud of gas knock you out. You come to your senses plummeting towards Earth, rapidly approaching terminal velocity. You fall into the school's backyard, into the hands of Miranda's biggest goons. Your classmates don't notice.
It didn't work. None of them even noticed your glorious fall. People are so used to the spectacle at the school.
Also, Princess Daisy, adorable outfit.
Yes. This slow ascension is tiresome. I need a glorious act, a grand gesture to secure my throne. Can you think of something while I flay my salmon?
That sounds like a euphemism for something, considering she's a mer person. No more talk, we bring war. I will build a monument to you, your highness. It will rival the sun and the atrocities your family committed. That seems more creativity, that seems more bold. Which I think is our strongest suit at this point. Yes! Remember West Side Story? Add guns and fire. Much guns, so fire. None of the students expected a war over prom, because who would? You'll quickly overcome their pathetic resistance. Miranda stands victorious and raises her flag in front of the school. It's the cutest death's head you've ever seen. Few are left to be impressed by her victory, but those who are definitely scared enough to vote for her.
Father was right. Winning elections is easy.
You gain 3 charm, which is good because you'll probably need that for the UN investigation. I think we've earned a shot at trying to ask Miranda to prom. We didn't actually fuck up. We fucked up a little bit when we accidentally picked Zoe's answer over Miranda's, but overall it was pretty good. Unless the skill that Miranda kind of leans in towards, that she finds attractive in you, is how much money you have. But I like to think we did a pretty good job. So, Miranda, will you be my fish waifu? Ask Miranda to the prom. Yes.
Let's go.
Of course I want to go to prom together, my Machiavellian fellow conspirator. I can't help but deeply value such a brilliant and scheming mind. It's smart to keep someone that could be so useful at palace intrigues close at hand. And we royalty are all about convenient and strategic marriage. So why shouldn't I be smart and strategic about prom dates too? Also, you're like super cute.
When prom night comes, you're ready to have the night of your lives. You've practiced your Viennese waltz and Miranda is deeply impressed. Even if the music is mostly electronic, you somehow Viennese waltz the fuck out of it, and everyone gathers in a circle to admire your prowess. It's a magical evening. Also, you execute some more plots and assassinations together, just in case, which is a fantastic bonding experience.
Bow to your queen.
You and Miranda are selected as prom royalty. Fuck yes. I love you, fish waifu. And you know it's a bit cheesy to say this, but Miranda's beauty is heightened by the delicacy of her enemy's blood all over her body. It's truly been a magical evening. Oh, we did good, guys. I was fully expecting us to fail for like at least the first 2 playthroughs. But yeah, won Miranda's heart. Thank you for your help. So we got secret ending, some new events and some new outcomes. We did good, guys. Stephanie, best at impersonating a plate of spaghetti. Miranda's quotes, "Death to all air people." Hey, Garrett, welcome back. Thank you so much for dropping by to help keep the chat under control. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. You know what? Like it always does. Life happened, and it was wonderful. Miranda got a job being princess of her kingdom, which was actually kind of her job already. Well, you don't see her complaining about it. Due to the obscene amount of fan art she drew, Zoe was taken by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into lots of weird stuff too. Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Otter6! How's it going? Welcome back! The greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavoured ecstasy and a thing called LS dope. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone. Just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So that was our first playthrough. I am thinking I still want to do 3 playthroughs. I've already completed the first one with Miranda, and I was thinking the middle one would be one of the longer ones, but I'm thinking we're going to keep them short and succinct. I think because it takes a little bit longer because I'm narrating everything. So let's see how we do with another short one in the middle. Also, I love all of the art. It's so cute. Honestly, I want to try and go after either Damien or Zoe, because Zoe is just so fucking adorable. She's our beautiful Slaanesh protege, so I feel the chat is already like a little bit one-sided when it comes to that. But let's see if we can go after Damien next. I think that was like his interests are more towards the bold side, so let's see how we go with our questionnaire for the next run through. Oh no, is Garrett being too much of a responsible adult? Stop him. But so long as everyone behaves themselves, then we won't have any problems. Ooh, Otter6, that Valentine's meal sounds amazing. Oh. Fishwife. Awesome, we've unlocked new pictures in the gallery. Let's take another shot, shall we? Second term. I think 2 more short games, if that sounds good with you guys. Honestly, you should Shadow. It's so much fun, and as you can probably tell, there's lots of branching paths from the choices you can make, and there's lots of different endings to unlock, including some really fucking weird endings. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Okay, let's play as Red. Because I freaking love Red's character design.
Showtime!
Also, I need her boots. Oh, good to hear, Shadow. Like, Vera's just glorious. And we'd yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. Okay, this is introducing all the characters again. Let's just kind of jump through this a little bit because we've already gone through their intros. Honestly, there's no wrong choice with this game. Zoe's so freaking adorable though. Also, it might just be the whole monster aging thing, but if it's in high school, why they're all in their 20s? I don't know, maybe the actors who play them are in their 20s. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay, dumbass pop quiz. Hopefully there's no bestiality questions in this one. Okay, you build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? That mind-blowing twist from your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. That glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Your least favorite political figure, being devoured by rabid rhinoceri, which are also covered in badass tattoos. I'm kind of loving that last one. Like, that first one is pretty cool, but I think I'm leaning more towards boldness, I think. I think the political figure covered with being eaten by a rabid rhinoceri. Yeah. An alien race invades Earth and they tell you the world's fate depends on how you answer the following question. How do you like your coffee? My favorite type of coffee is vodka. I like my coffee as bitter and dark as my own soul, which isn't bitter or dark at all. I'm a pretty nice person. Alien friendly? Coffee is bitter and dark as my own soul sounds really hipster. Yep. Favorite type of coffee is vodka. I'm not typically a vodka drinker, it's not my favorite, but yeah, that seems like a good answer. School just isn't working out. Time to go into stripping. What's your stage name? I want to hear the chat's stage names. Duchess Henrietta Honeylips III. Nikita Nipples. Excuse you, I wouldn't be a stripper, honey. I'm the damn pimp. Oscar Wilde, My name plus the naked.
Kawaii pussy. Ooh woo.
Send me some bits and I'll make that noise again. Duchess Henrietta Honeylips III. Nikita Nipples. The Pimp. Oscar Wilde or the naked or kawaii pussy. That sounds like a Vera sort of answer. Maybe that's more of a Polly answer. That's more charm. That's his hipster as hell. Kawaii pussy it is. Yeah. Zoe. What would be a deal breaker for a potential lover? The person is mediocre. The person uses Internet Explorer. The person lacks manners. The person hates the outdoors. The person lacks taste. Or the person is boring. We're never gonna get over kawaii pussy, are we? Lacks manners. Uses Internet Explorer. That also sounds like robot husband as well. For that library computer that became sentient. Honestly, it may be a deal breaker if my potential lover does use Internet Explorer. Just so, what is wrong with you? I thought you had standards. Yeah, mediocre and boring are kind of the same thing, to be fair. Internet Explorer. Okay, wish us luck, guys. I'm interested to see how this one works out.
Let's do this!
Okay, what do we need to improve? First and foremost, our creativity needs a bit more work. So let's take a shot at that, shall we? That outfit though. I need that outfit. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school plays standards. You gain 2 creativity. You catch the tail end of a classic Zoe Calcaster exchange. I can't decide! Do we go for Robot Husband or Slaanesh Wife? I'm sorry, like, they're both so cute. I can't choose. But Student X Teacher Fix is super overdone and makes me really uncomfortable because, like, the inherent imbalance of power, like, could you imagine how problematic it would be if TGS hooked up with one of us? Yuck.
Server error.
Hang on. I have a thing for this. I cannot seem to recall what Principal Giant Spider looks like anyway. Image VGS not found. I come prepared. Ah, the joy of new students adjusting to the rules of Spooky High.
Let's get down to business!
When the fuck did Autumn Ivy show up in this game? Hi! I'm so glad I got the DLC. You there, Killing Machine and Abyssal Terror. Oh, rude. I need an impressive ally in my fight against the reign of levees over in the 8th circle of hell. Input, quitty response about your sense of fashion being from the 8th circle of hell. I have no need for your robo-criticisms. What I need is the power of being beyond the average monster to aid in my glorious and rightly justified takeover. No thanks. I'd rather just write a steamy fanfiction in which you and Damien are a crack ship who hate sex just to annoy you for annoying us. We need to act now, while King and King LeVay are distracted by throwing an admittedly adorable themed brunch. I'm not leaving without one of you with me. Holy shit, she really means it. Time to help one of your classmates out. Guess you better decide which one you don't like. School is full of tough choices. Dahlia, don't be fooled. The Eldritch being is clearly under Damien's spell already. Look at all these pictures she drew of Damien shirtless. She's a LeVay sympathizer. No, calling this robot a killing machine is inaccurate. A real killing machine would be a tank, and he's not a tank, so he's worthless. Go look for a tank. Okay, top one is to save Zoe, lower one is to save Calculator. I think the chat has already decided we're going for Slaanesh wife. So yeah, I think from the way it's worded, the top one sounds like you're saving Zoe, so we'll go with that one. What? She's drawn hundreds of these! Yes I have. Girl Damien from Spookat High, Pirate Damien from Spooky High Seas, Dr. Damien from Spooky ICU. Why are they all so compelling? Because Damien is Spicy Red's sex part. He does look very... No, Dahlia! Step out of it! The LeVays must be destroyed for their arrogance and monopoly on hell. However, abyssal terror, you're out. Let's go, killing machine. Error, label killing machine inaccurate. Sarah, thank you so much for the 100 bits, I appreciate it. Descriptor found. File friendship with Damien LeVay. Seriously? With the amount of violence and arson he commits, you would think someone in this school would be willing to betray his family. And when I find such a student, woe to the wicked. The wicked, in this case, being the reign of the LeVays. Thank goodness she's gone. Now we can start on that Dahlia fic. What do you think, Stephanie? Damien or Dahlia as their ship name? Those definitely just look like misspellings of their actual names, but rather than tell Zoe that, you enjoy her enjoyment and gain 2 fun and 1 boldness. I'm glad you all approve of us pursuing the wonderful Slaanesh waifu. Where is she? There she is. You sit down with Zoe and Scott. Scott is eating his trademark pizza sandwich, which is just 3 slices of pizza on top of each other. Zoe has a notebook out and is taking notes. As you do with a notebook. But how do you get your food, Scott? Why do you want to know so bad? It's pretty normal. No, it can't be normal. I'm doing research for my latest fanfic, Cry Havoc and Let's Sip the Dogs of Love. It's about a pack of werewolves going on their biggest hunt of their lives. A hunt that will change them as hunters, but also as werepeople. They weren't looking for food. What they found was personal growth and a new understanding of group sexual practices. Also food. So that's why I need to know, how do you hunt? Oh, well, normally I go to the cafeteria and I ask for pizza. That's it? What about hunting in a pack? Enjoying the spoils together in a feast of blood and rage? Exploring each other's bodies? Well, I guess sometimes me and my cousin order pizza at home, and then the pizza comes and then we eat the pizza? Zoe does not look at all satisfied with Scott's answer. Maybe you can get Scott to give some juicier info, or convince Zoe that ordering pizza is actually dramatic. But Scott, what about when you go searching for pizza in the wild? Or, Zoe, don't dismiss the utter suspense and extreme pathos of waiting endlessly for the pizza to arrive. Truly, it is the central tragedy of the 21st century. Huh. I think that's more like talking down to Scott a little bit, which would be in Zoe's favor. Because the lower one seems more like dismissive of what Zoe's saying, so I think we're probably going to go with the top one, because that sounds more like, well, Scott, blah, 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 blah. And then Zoe's like, yes, there we go. Oh man, we did that one time and it was the worst. There was no cell phone service, so instead of calling for delivery, we had to transform into wolves and chase it down. And then when we got there, it wasn't even a pizza. It was 3 deer. And there wasn't any bread or cheese, so instead of bread, we used deer flesh. And instead of cheese, we used more deer flesh. And instead of pepperoni, we used...
Deer flesh?
No, beef jerky. We're not animals.
Oh, I think you are, Scott. I think you are. Now, how did you all sleep in your little camping trip? In the nude? Or nude and cuddling?
Oh, Zoe's a pervert. I like her. Looks like this combination is finally going the way Zoe wanted it to. She shoots you an appreciative wink, with one of the light-devouring voids that pass for her eyes. Aww.
Let's do this.
Alright, what do we need to up? I think we need to up our charm. So yeah, let's head over to the gym, shall we? That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You notice Zoe with a big grin of an amalgam of chaotic nightmares she has used to form her face. It's adorable.
Stephanie, hey, guess what? My latest comic, Who Watches the Watchmen Have Sex, just got published in Weird Tales magazine. I worked so hard on it, and it's finally out there in the world. Nothing could ruin this moment for me.
I know exactly what kind of character you are. Side note, also, I love how wearing lipstick just makes my mouth all that more cartoony, just...
That sounds like a challenge.
Now hear me do my best, like, mouth breather impression. Leonard, come on, why do you always have to slide into my DMs? Delighted moods.
Because I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. What about world hunger, global warming, income equality, human trafficking? You didn't let me finish. I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. In the world of fandom specifically. Oh, cool.
Social justice warriors win again.
It is not cool, Zoe. It is not cool that publishing houses are showering attention on marginalized authors just because inclusivity is hot right now.
I'm glad that you guys can smell them from here. Trust me, I can too.
I mean, look at you. You've got it all. You're purple. You're allegedly a woman. You come from a hideous dimensional beyond mortal comprehension. Any magazine would die to associate you with its brand. But it's all a shallow marketing stunt. And what's more, it's distracting from the real injustice that the liberal media is too scared to discuss. What about the artists who aren't part of some cool, sexy, underrepresented minority? What about us? How are we supposed to get recognized?
I don't know where the fuck this voice came from, but I hope you guys hate it as much as I do. If I was to entertain all the BS you just said, I'd say, I don't know, maybe through a combination of talent and the numerous connections and avenues you have available to you as a privileged member of society.
Don't you use the P word around me, Missy. If I'm so privileged, then how come my comic, Zombie Sluts on Fuck Island, still has yet to be published?
This game may be the end of me. Fucking hell. And how dare you come for Slaanesh wife like that? Because you spend all your time complaining about non-existent obstacles instead of getting better at art?
Perhaps you have a point. Oh no, wait, I forgot you were a girl. This can't possibly be my fault. It's much more likely that the entire industry is biased against me.
Looks like there's only one way to solve this. You're way ahead of her. You select the only option that makes sense. For years you possessed the Gem of Grotto, a powerful artifact capable of raising 4 people from the dead. Why not resurrect 4 great artists and ask their opinions? Use the CalArts sorting hat to determine the objective value of the 2 comics. Ooh, this one's actually kind of tricky. Our greatest skills are in smarts, boldness, and fun. Honestly, either one of them sounds like a potentially good fit. I think that might lead towards creativity, which we're not so strong in. This seems more smarts. Okay, I'm gonna let you decide, chat. Top one or bottom one? Because I'm kind of scratching my head about this one. Okay, people are saying top. Top sounds good. Yes! You are saving the Gem of Grotto to resurrect your family in case they all died tragically for some reason. But this seems just as important. You reach into the Nether Realm and summon Velquez, Goya, Picasso, and El Greco, 4 of the greatest visual artists of all time.
Hey,
Oh, hey! I recognize some of these guys. Picasso helped me design my Lair of Mental Anguish, along with MC Escher and David Lynch. Hey Zoe, says Pablo Picasso. Long time no see. I heard you had some art for us to look at.
Wrong. We have 1 piece of art, mine, and 1 piece of trash, hers. Here they are.
Says El Greco, furrowing his brow with paintings. What sort of art is this? You seem to have placed numerous titillating images inside of tiny boxes. I do not know quite what to make of this, says Goya, holding up Leonard's piece. But even to my untrained eye, this one appears to be what we refer to in the arts business as a complete turd.
whatever you're saying, you
That-
are wrong.
That's bullshit.
I don't know what I'm looking at either, says Picasso, but I like how you put everything in little squares. I have a thing about squares. Personally, says Velasquez, I find Zoe's piece pleasantly reminiscent of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, mediates by hints of magical girl manga and The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, all of which are also influenced my own work, as you can clearly see in my famous painting La Meninas. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Fuck! Leonard tries to tweet angrily about how these 4 dead artists are part of the liberal establishment, but it doesn't work because they don't have Twitter, only Instagram. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts for hanging out with famous dead painters. We're doing good!
Let's do this!
What should we level up next? I think we need a little bit more cash in our pockets, so let's go to the library, shall we? That day you spent some time in the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain 2 money. Everyone's favorite... Oh, that's such a cute outfit. I love her so much. Everyone's favorite Eldritch cutie patootie runs up to you, tentacles twitching with excitement. Stephanie, did you hear? Did you hear? Netflix is rebooting Senior Regular Samurai Frogs. I'm so excited, like, oh my god. Oh fuck, I have to do the voice again.
OMG is right. Oh, miserable gods of TV. Why do you keep doing this to us? They're going to ruin SRSF for the next generation. Just like when the SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made that all-female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know true happiness. Netflix already ruined Skater Cats from Venus, and Ghetto Dolphins. Now they're going to ruin the frogs too? I bet they're all going to be all POC and women anyway. They probably won't even be frogs!
I don't know about that. They are making them gay and women. I don't know that they are making them gay and women, but even if they were, aren't there gay and or female frogs?
You would say that.
But aren't there... I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this? At that moment, a middle-aged man pops out from behind what you now notice is a cardboard cutout of a bush, clearly planted there for eavesdropping. Well, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he says. I couldn't help but overhear you succinctly encapsulating a generic argument about reboots. We've indeed feared that such a backlash from you whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have ideas for how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance. Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy shit, that's like your whole thing! Plus, you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... Well, people might criticize new graphic style, new characters, new voice actors, Wait, what if you just aired the same show from 30 years ago but with a new name? Add a hip new character to hook the target demo, like a surfer skater dog with a goatee and super cool sunglasses or something. This seems more smarts, leaning more towards smarts than the other one. The bottom one sounds more bold. Also, it's fucking Poochie. Everyone hates Poochie. Yeah, I'm thinking the top one as well is probably the best option. Yes! Wow, that's such a brilliant idea. It's foolproof. People can't criticize all the new things if there are no new things. And it's not like people are paying money for all the brilliant new insight and nuance we're adding. We're just shelling out money to relive their childhoods. Let's give them that exactly. He eagerly bounds away to put your genius plan into action. Well, I guess it's better than letting them make the senior regular samurai frogs into ethnically diverse feminazis. Sure. Leonard aside, it's pretty cool that you're now an influence of a major animated series, Stephanie. It's like the ultimate achievement of fanfic writing. Although in this case, I guess the fanfiction was just the fiction that already existed. Oh look, Netflix has dropped the trailer for Frogs Reloaded. That seems to just be the trailer from 30 years ago. The comment section is crazy. Looks like they really added nuance and insight into the frogs' dynamics with each other. Even better than the original. Looks phenomenal. People really are colorful, aren't they? They sure are, Zoe. They sure are. Doesn't stop you from gaining 2 creativity and 1 money for your work on the series, though.
Let's do this!
Zoe, there you are. Looks like Scott and Zoe are having marshmallows for lunch. You say that because their cafeteria table is covered in a literal mountain of marshmallows. Zoe's... Oh my god, her shirt! Oh, you're such a weeb, I love you. Zoe slams a marshmallow into her mouth. It's mildly impressive. That's 15 marshmallows. Scott stuffs 6 marshmallows into his mouth at once. It's slightly more impressive. Oh yeah? Well, I'm at 23. I'm the king of the mellow. Oh, I didn't want to have to do this. But you leave me no choice, rival. Sarak, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Since you donated bits,
Please give me huggy wuggies. Ooh.
I will make ooh sounds for bits when it comes to this game. Oh, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice, rival. Zoe begins to glow purple and convulse. Her tentacles swell. You smell death itself. Hello! Oh. Is it just me or did she get hotter?
Ancient chaos, doomed to worlds. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice!
A cloud of marshmallows rise up into the air, and Zoe's countless mouths all open with infinite hunger. All of the mellows fly into Zoe's gaping maws. The cafeteria windows open as all marshmallows in a 50-mile radius are summoned to their doom. It's unspeakably impressive. Hey, no fair! If I counted correctly, I've now eaten 13,666 marshmallows exactly, which means I win.
Not cool.
Wait, that's like very not cool. You can't use more than one mouth during an eating contest. It's cheating. And I would know, because I used my hands at soccer one time and I still feel bad about it. Good boy. Shadow Fang, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Ew. No way, I didn't cheat. The validity of this impromptu marshmallow match is my whole reason to live. And my whole reason to not destroy this amazing marshmallow-filled planet. Quick, referee this athletic dispute before the whole planet is destroyed. We can't control how many mouths we had, that's not nice. Scott, are you a good boy or not? Scott, play smart and be creative. Don't you have any other holes you could use to win? Answer the question, Scott. Do you have any more holes that you can use to win? This fucking game! Bottom is creative. When it comes to the cafeteria ones, it's more who you're showing preference for in terms of the characters. It's less about applying a skill, I think. So the top one seems to be more in Zoe's favor, bottom one's more in Scott's favor. So I think, yeah, because that's kind of like saying, Scott, come on. Answer the fucking question, Scott! Scott's eyes widen with primal fear. Wait, I'm sorry, Zoe. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to be not a good boy. Wait, Scott, who's a good boy again? It's me, Scott! Who's a good boy? Me! And I guess I'm the winner, mouths and all. Zoe may have won the marshmallow battle, but you'll win the marshmallow prom date demon friendship war. Scott, you still didn't answer the fucking question.
Let's do this.
I think we need to up our charm a bit more. Let's go back to gym class. Yeah. The day an epic dodgeball took place, but the match isn't as important as the human interactions within it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for an overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win people's hearts. You gained 2 charm. You were going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed off about it. Be gone. I think they're going to try and steal my waifu. Guys, stop it! I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school.
We must commence the rituals.
Ah, we understand you perfectly, Lord Gazard. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No, that's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Stephanie? I can't stand to be around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by their terrifying masks, but still.
All hail the god.
The Lord addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal, and it passed within inches of your frail mortal frame. And what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be it was referencing to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? They stole my wife, well, I'll take their life fees. Ooh. Brothers, sisters, bow down before Stephanie, for she is clearly the prophet of Zoe. Everyone in the chat, bow down before Stephanie, for because I am the great prophet of Zord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. That's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it. Ah, fuck it, you've got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them that what they should really be sacrificing. It's important to learn from your mistakes. So sacrifice another goat, but write, "We're sorry" on the side. Or sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. Bottom one seems more to be leaning towards smarts. Top one... I'm not sure what the top one would fall under. Like, our skills are pretty even across the board. We can't really go wrong with this option, so... I agree, top looks like it might be charm, and that one might be smarts. I think we stand a better charm with smarts than the other, so let's go with that one.
So blasphemous.
Creativity. Okay, that was good. That was just as good. But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant, the better to unplease Zord. Maybe that's how it was with Zord, you explain. But Zoe's got an entirely different set of standards, and that don't involve being a bigot. Ah, your wisdom is truly is subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out the prejudices. One of the cultists steps forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where were they keeping all this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. Ah, we are suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true. And it is true also that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. The name Zord is gone, perished along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. Here and now we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. The cult of Zoe! Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Ooh, our stats are looking juicy, guys.
Let's do this.
Okay, this one, where haven't we been yet? We haven't actually been to class yet, so maybe we should go to class and up those smarts a little bit. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity of this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood.
Hey Stephanie, sorry about running out on you before. I was just overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. Speaking of them, they've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gotten into them. Well, better not mess with success.
Zoe out.
Anyway, I gotta go study for my ambush finance midterms. Later. As Zoe leaves, you notice her cultists peeking around the corner. When she's gone, they sheepishly approach you.
Welcome to the end.
Hey,
of the world.
Stephanie. Praise be to you and your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering, did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats for not killing her? Are we using the right pronouns? Did we just... We all love her so much and we want to make sure she's as happy or unhappy or ruthlessly insane as she can possibly be. I love her most of all. Hold the fuck up, you do not love her most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing in the front. Standing in the front last time, we all look the same because we're all wearing masks. Silence! You can't silence me, you're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is right. I mean, we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, Stephanie, grace us with your wisdom. How shall we choose our grandmaster? You need to learn to think like your mistress, become a high school student for a day, and the answer will be obvious to you. Or, the title of grandmaster should go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning as if it's a new episode of her life. Oh, that'll be annoying as fuck after a while. I think that one is probably our better bet. Because even though, like, so long as you pass it, it still, like, ups Zoe's likability towards you. In story, that one makes the most sense because they'd be following her around a little bit less. So, become a high school student.
Today, I respect your word.
Indeed, in the past we have often contorted our forms in dark rituals in order to better comprehend the state of our dread leader. But this will be our most unwholesome transformation yet. Still, it must be done. Bring forth the backpacks and the 3-ring binders! Throw open the vaults and despoil them of their phone charms.
We must commence.
This is going to be the best semester of all time. The cultists disperse through the school in their new gear to get full spooky high experience. And soon. We have learned a great deal of this past 30 minutes. Most of all, we have learned that high school is essentially a glorified popularity contest, with a side of wanton drug abuse interrupted by occasional learning. We are a drug-free cult and have sworn off learning as part of our pact with our dread leader, but the popularity thing gave us an idea. We are hereby elevating our most popular member to the role of Grandmaster. Rad Phillip, please step to the front of the group. Rad Phillip steps to the front of the group. He looks exactly like everyone else, but that swagger. So cool. Just by watching him, you gain 2 charm and 1 fun. Oh, also, I'm so sorry I didn't notice before, but Kimiko-kun, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. There you are, Zoe. It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things down in notebooks.
Doubtless you're admiring our great work, Stephanie. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine, totally a real food magazine.
It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles in crayon, what that seems to be eldritch runes, some sparkly scratch and sniff stickers stuck on top.
If you're quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever.
I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine, since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. Oh, she's so adorable! Look at that cute little eldritch beast.
And I usually have my serfs eat for me. But then Zoe and I realized we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience.
Which was compromised on Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese.
The food item contains both macaroni and cheese, and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables.
I've never tried it, and the pieces seem way too full to even register in my many mouths. How many mouths do you have, Zoe?
I won't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy, so 5 stars. Here's this microwave.
Matthew, how's it going? Everyone, Matt's one of my awesome friends, so thank you so much for joining. He's also another streamer. Ah yes, this is very shiny and very cubic shaped, which are both good qualities for food. 5 stars.
Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French.
But they don't seem particularly un-French either.
Oh dear! However will we determine their Frenchiosity?
Easy. That's your speciality. Zoe, you should give the French fries a French kiss worthy of the most epic of French fictions to check how good they are at French kissing and therefore calculate their Frenchosity. Miranda, obviously you're the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is to actually go to France. Just send an eating server over there to check it out. That sounds much more Zoe, much more Miranda. So, French kiss those French fries. Come on. How did you know about my French-themed spooky high à les monstrous? I'm a really good Matt. Change things up a little bit with the stream in case you couldn't tell from this box I find myself in. You truly are my #1 fan, aren't you, Stephanie? As if by #1 fan she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, then sure.
If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my eldritch compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I am not in an enchanted slumber at the time.
I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just going to make out with a fried potato now. Best way to devour a potato is to make out with it. I will not answer the question of how old I am. All I will answer with is a lady never reveals her age, and I'm old enough to have good taste.
Ho ho ho. Titty croissants.
She does. Yes, I found that kiss to be both French and fried.
5 stars.
Spoiler alert, you rock.
5 stars. And Stephanie, maybe you and I can work out the kissing adventures sometime. Oh, count on it. Heck yeah, and you do. It's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars. We're almost at prom night, guys.
Let's do this.
What can we improve? Let's improve our no, we already did creativity, didn't we? Let's do our boldness. Oh no, that was fun. Fuck it, it's fine. Also, gorgeous. That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there's like 300 people. Somehow, someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares, it's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You finish what you're doing and are about to settle down for some quality slacking off, when Zoe's cultists come shuffling over. Fuck off, guys.
Welcome.
Greetings.
End of the world.
Mighty Prophet, your disguise is so convincing today. You look for all the world like an ordinary high school student. Yeah, cool. You ask them exactly what they want. Want is a concept alien to us. We receive everything we could possibly desire through communication with our dark mistress. But we need some advice. You see, tonight is the recurrence of the event which used to bear great significance to the cult of Zord. It is the night when the bloody moon passes between the jaws of the Dracolich Peak, causing this realm and the plane of the torment to merge. We usually plan all kinds of events for that. Ritual cannibalism, profane summonings, a partial reading of Dianetics. But the cult of Zord is no more. We are the cult of Zoe now, and we want to do something to show Our Lady of endless regret how much we've changed.
Let the ritual
As you have not yet led us astray, O great and terrible prophet, we humbly petition you for advice. What ritual would be worthy of the mighty Zoe? A classic... And, A classic cult suicide, except instead of drinking poison, we all drink delicious blue Gatorade. The most powerful bonding ritual ever, a cute slumber party. That sounds more like charm. That one sounds like fun. Honestly, either one is great. So, what do you guys think? Slumber party or just gulping down that Gatorade? Okay, slumber party sounds good.
Your words wield truth.
Oh, some honey Jack Daniels sounds really good right now, actually. A slumber party? Why did we not think of this? Of course we must celebrate slumber on the very day Zord woke from its dark dreams beneath reality. Bring forth the profane idols. Make sure they are absolutely drenched in infant blood. Someone go pick up some ice. You gently interrupt to explain what a slumber party actually is. So, no infant blood? You shake your head. I see, but that sounds pleasant. You explain that yes, that is the point of a slumber party. Pleasantness was always anathema of the cult of Zord. But we are the cult of Zoe now, and you are her prophet. We will trust you in your sage advice. Just then, Zoe appears. Dang, you wanted this to be a surprise. Hey guys, what's going on? Not sacrificing any babies, I hope. No, we would never sacrifice any babies without asking you first. We simply wish to invite you to... To what? A nocturnal congress. Oh, a nocturnal congress. I'm so over nocturnal congresses. No, this will be different. There will be nail painting and makeovers. And we will discuss in conspiratorial tones. Who do we most desire to smooch? I think the real question when it comes to Zoe is... which mouth do we smooch first? Oh, you mean like a slumber party? You know of this ritual?
OMG!
Oh my god, yes! I can't believe you guys are planning a slumber party just for me. Oh, she's so cute. I love her so much. This is the best that ever. Well, in truth, your idea originated with our prophet, the wise Stephanie. Wow, Stephanie, you're so you're the one who whipped my cult into shape. I can't tell you how grateful I am. But if you come to the slumber party, maybe I could show you. Looks like posing as the prophet of a mindless cult is finally going to pay off sexually. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness. If I know a thing or two about Slaanesh, there's only one way this party's gonna go. Hi, Zoe. Oh, okay, you actually get to see more of her character art in the full body. She is so adorable. I love her little, like, Converse sneakers and her goopy legs and her eyes and her additional mouth on her thigh. That's so cute. Are you guys ready to ask our Slaanesh waifu out to prom? Please, accept my offer, Zoe.
Let's do this!
Hey, if it isn't my favorite prophet. You've been the best, Stephanie. Those cultists were just the worst till you finally did your thing. You care, and caring is sexy. And you know what else is sexy? An army of cultists that want to do anything to worship me and please me. Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. So what if at prom night, we all look for new ways to have fun together? Wow, prom night comes. You have a lot of fun! You and Zoe have the best time together, and the cultists make it way better. They laugh at all your jokes, making you look funnier. They surround you in a circle mesmerized while you and Zoe slow dance.
Let's go all Rule 34.
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate this moment? Yes, best ending! Aren't you guys glad you're spending your Valentine's Day with me? Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for the bits. Full 34! And by the end of the night, they join you in some very restless rituals and flavorful festivities. Ah, so long as everyone's having consensual fun, it's all good. Oh, step with me, Tentacle Senpai. Ah, and Zoe, so fun, so fabulous, so fierce. She surely is one to worship. All hail the cult of Zoe. Oh, Stephanie, best at whispering nasty stuff to birds. Zoe, most tentacles. I'm so glad I picked this game to stream for Valentine's Day. Those 3 weeks were probably the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. Due to the obscene amount of fan art she drew, Zoe was taken by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into a lot of weird stuff too. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Kalksa went to the Robo University and majored in mecha robotics. He's now 250 feet tall and fights against weird giant creatures protecting Tokyo 3. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh my god! That's probably my favourite playthrough so far. Like, our favourite escapade, let's say. I really hope you guys are having a fun time. Like, I'm loving this so much, and I'm really, really hoping you guys are enjoying it too. I'm having a hell of a great Valentine's Day. Because not to bring the mood down or anything like that, but I know it could be tricky for a lot of people around like Valentine's Day and the build up to it, because it's kind of just shoved down everyone's throats, like the whole, let's say, societal obligations that are kind of pushed on people. So I'll do my best to always guarantee that you can always have fun at the Blue Rose Respite. I really hope to be able to do this full time one day, and I'll be able to do a lot more streams. We can all just chill, hang out, have a great time. But I wanted to pick this game because it's ridiculous, it's fucking fun, and it's sexy and romantic and flirty and all kinds of tentacle-y fun. It has more eyes and more teeth, and that makes it better. But I love this game so much, and I was going to finish at 9:30, which was 8 minutes ago, but I promised you that we would do 3 playthroughs, and I'm a woman of my word. So we're going to do one more short game, pursue one more person. We went after Slaanesh waifu, so let's see what oh, that's so cute. That art was so cute. Where's the mouse? Nice. So, I was going to finish it at 9:30, which was a few minutes ago, but I'm a woman of my word. We're going to do 3 games. We've done 2, got 1 more. Because I love you guys, and I love hanging out with you guys, and I love streaming. So, I might just step away for just 1 hot second and just refill my glass, and then we'll jump into the next game if that's okay. Just a minute. And welcome back, guys. I just needed to quickly refill my glass, and we're good for one more game. Be backing Boom Boo! So glad you could make it. Welcome back. This is one of my favorite cocktails that I like to make. It's got raspberries and other delicious things in it, so it's very fitting for Valentine's Day. Alright, let's get stuck into it, shall we? One player because I am alone. Second term. And one more short game. And skip. Okay. She's a lot of fun to play as, but just trying to think of who we should play as again. No, I really like Red. We could try and play as Red again. I think I might try and go after Damien this time. But we just played as Red. I want to try and play as Blue. She's so cute. Boop boop.
Yay!
I'm gonna try and go after Damien. See how far we get. Like, I'll let you guys pick which ones you wanted to go after. Now we're gonna go after the one I want to go after. Skip that. First question! Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane? A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of the country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory as it was clearly intended by God. A dildo. Duh. An ATM. Sugar baby life, here I come. Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend? Self-explanatory. You wished you were raised by a really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I love fire, and I see no issue with being raised by it. A pack of wild wolves, who might also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. There will be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. A mysterious old man who saved me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of Rad TJ. That sounds like a Damien sort of answer. So bold. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? For Shinji and Kaoru to be canon. Infinite confetti. A rainbow you can eat. Him to not be so cliched. A genie wishes to mainstream. To feel truly alive or his friendship. Which sounds like the most Damien sort of answer. Thinking. Rainbow that you can eat. Infinite confetti. Because infinite confetti and a rainbow you can eat sounds like it could either be Polly or Miranda. Let's go to feel truly alive. Okay, I was kind of all over the place. What criteria would you use to name your children? Meh, no names is too much work. A non-heteronormative name to give them the freedom to define themselves on their own terms. My name plus the second, just a swear word. I will research for a name that is pun-proof and joke-proof. No one will pick on them. Name my favorite ship, the Golgovich, Dare, or Narfield. That feels like an Damien sort of answer. Yeah, it's my boy.
Let's go.
Okay, what do we need to work on first? We need to work on charm first, I think. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Damien's got Calculator backed into a corner, and things look heated. You head over to see what's the matter.
Quit holding out on me, Bottle. I know you've got a secret weapon.
Damien, please. Not all robots have a secret weapon.
Bullshit. Even my dad's lawnmower has a secret weapon.
Inconsistent information. Hell does not have lawns.
Well, okay. It's really more of a tank than a lawnmower. And the weapons aren't so much secret as they are numerous. Hey, you're just trying to distract me by making me think about a rad tank. You're not getting off that easy. Show me your secret weapon!
You better defuse the situation before it turns extremely violent. But will you defuse it by distracting Damien or by revealing Cal's secret? Damien, I know where Calculator's secret weapon is, in the most hidden location of all, Portugal. Hey, what about this button that says super secret weapon, do not press? That one. Secret weapon compromised. Initiate lying. Damn it, I forgot my can. Oh, you mean this button? It is only a hilarious joke.
A hilarious joke, huh? Then I guess you won't mind if I press it.
In the name of logical consistency, I must acquiesce.
Sick! Beep boop, motherfuckers!
Damien punches Calculator's button, maybe a little harder than necessary. Secret weapon engaged. Initiating codename Carpet Shredder. There was a guy in high school who had that nickname. Everyone in the vicinity braces for impact as Calculator unleashes the illest dance moves you have ever seen.
Eggplant.
Were you really ready for this, Jelly? Yes, no.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready!
Calculator's dance leaves you and the classmates in tears. The only thing this secret weapon has demolished is your heart. Phase 1 complete. Begin Phase 2. Calculator proceeds to launch 15 cruise missiles out of his chest, totally demolishing the moon.
Whoa,
It's just
crazy.
so beautiful. Oh dear, I seem to have destroyed the moon again. It's fine though. You and Damien get to rebuild the moon with a saucy winky face on it. It's so saucy that you gain 2 creativity and +1 fun. Hey. Off to a good start.
Let's go.
Damien! Ah, there you are. You find Vera sitting in front of a pile of money instead of food, as usual. Damien comes over and drops his own money pile on the table, and also some organs.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad, but I prefer to exert a little less effort for my income. A dejected swamp creature slumps over the table and adds some money to Vera's pile. Income? You mean this stuff? This is just what people throw at me to get me to stop punching them. And this is what people throw at me to keep me from revealing what kind of porn they're into. Bitch, you're diabolical, like you! But I agree that money is only secondary. The frowns on their faces are their own reward. Still, I'm always looking to improve efficiency. Have you tried developing business contacts in hell? Your victims will be even more terrified when they know death won't save them. Hey, welcome back, Daniel! We're on to our last playthrough from the evening. We're going after Damien this time. Yeah, but that doesn't work on the undead. For those, you need a priest. A priest? You know how my family feels about priests. Oh, I'm sick of terrorizing people one at a time. There's got to be a way to terrorize everyone in the cafeteria at once. And make money at the same time. Sure there is. That is, after all, the essence of capitalism. Set the building on fire and charge an exit fee. or trick everyone into the cafeteria into having an orgy, then film it, blackmail in bulk. That's way more Vera. Fire's more Damien's pursuits. I'm surprised you didn't think of that, Damien. Damien? Where'd he go? Hey, I'm back. I was just setting the building on fire real quick. Did I miss anything? What about the rest of the plan? There was a plan? I love you, Damien. Not anymore. Damien, immune to fire as he is, continues doing exactly what he thought before the fire. Beating people up for their money and organs.
Let's go.
Okay, what do we need? Let's up our creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school standards. You gain 2 creativity. Having stretched, kicked your faces and belted for the gods, it's time to get down to business. Rehearsing the class musical, Auntie Mayhem. Excuse me. And now, Princess Tortellini, my sweet damsel in distress, prepare to die. Also loving the Skyrim armor, buddy. Can we hold, please? Dude, why would you interrupt me? I was in the moment, like I was the fucking Meisner.
I fail to see how having intercourse with Meisner would improve.
Fucking was a descriptor, Miranda. Can I please say my goddamn lines? I mean, you could, but don't you want this musical to be better? Artyom, an evil Dark Knight being the bad guy? It's so predictable, right? Aren't we all about interviewing tropes in Spooky High?
It does seem that the leading lady role is somewhat outdated. Here we are in the modern age, and some of her reactions to male violence can be taken straight from fake horses going up and down in a circle.
Fine, whatever. My brilliant and hair-raising portrayal of Auntie Mayhem isn't good enough for you. Go ahead and think of an awesome plot twist and I'll nail that too. Okay. Right as Auntie Mayhem is about to slay the princess, it's revealed he never got his Dark Knight's license and can't practice the trade, at which point the play turns into a complex and exciting adventure in bureaucracy. That sounds like smarts. Auntie Mayhem is not a Dark Knight at all, but an undercover cop who spent the last 20 years working from within the villain system to dismantle the whole operation. That seems more smarts. This seems either more creativity or fun, which that's the one I'm going to go with. Yes! I love it! Oh man, an undercover cop. That's so fucking metal, man! And then it's like, once Auntie Mayhem comes out of a deep cover, he's just like, I don't even know who I am anymore, man. I've been at Dark Knight for so long, I don't recognize myself out of the armor.
Daddy always says that bureaucracy is an excellent tool for the destruction of the masses' spirits.
And he just wakes up in the middle of the night screaming about eldritch curses.
I love it.
I think we have a hit on our hands. Man, you guys, this fucking job. All I know anymore are lances and potions. Dope! Being a playwright is easy as fuck, apparently. Way to go. Way to gain 2 smarts and 1 fun, my creative friend.
Let's go.
Let's see, what do we need to improve? We need to up our charm, so let's head there. Again. Another dodgeball session. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems to be utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worthy of anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing, and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain 1 BFF. Sadly, she's not a part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen, and 1 charm, and 2 charm. Afterwards, you spot Coach ranting excitedly at Damien. Better go save them from each other.
Always believe in yourself.
What I'm trying to say, son, is that you're full of gills with untapped potential. I don't have gills. Now whatever you breathe with, that's what you're full up to.
My lungs? Sure! Your lungs are full of untapped potential, and you know what they say. I don't. Untapped potential is like untapped maple syrup. It just sits in your lungs where it can't go on anyone's pancakes. What does this have to do with me creating a super special custom workout? Also, Damien in that tank top. Your potential, Damien. We gotta tap it. Like that ass! If you design a workout that strengthens your specific skills, then this will be a really dumb conversation, but it's also an opportunity for you to bond with Damien. So you suggest obstacle course through a burning building, it'll make you a better arsonist, or an ambitious regimen of powerlifting, it'll make you a better hairdresser? Obstacle course through a burning building sounds more like his style. Yeah. Oh boy, I love obstacle courses. And I love burning buildings. See, Damien? Becoming your best self can be fun and rewarding. You seem way too happy about this. You know what arson is, right? I don't need to know what something is to support my students' development. Also, Coach looks like he gives really good hugs.
Squish.
Okay, I mean, I'm totally willing to take advantage of your ignorance, but just so you know, I'm gonna use this as an excuse to set fire to... You don't need to explain yourself to me, Damien! I trust you absolutely! You're a fucking moron! Well, okay man, I guess I'm gonna need some workout equipment. Specifically, 50 gallons of lighter fluid and a blowtorch. 50 gallons? That's a lot of weight! You sure you can lift that safely when you're just starting out? Oh, don't worry, it'll quickly become a lot lighter. You and Damien cackle maniacally as you plot to set fire to the gym again. Coach laughs right along with you. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity.
Let's go.
I don't know whether it's just we've been really lucky tonight, or they did an overhaul in the game since I last played it. Here comes Lee! Thank you so much for joining us tonight at the Lures Respite. Better late than never, I always say. Let's see how Damien's doing. You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejectedly hefting a bowl of mashed potatoes, while Polly sadly passes a hand through the same. Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this cafeteria? Woof, that outfit, Damien. I honestly do not know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling, "Food fight!" but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back. And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture. Sure, but not food. There's gotta be a way to provoke a food war. My dad's always telling me to be more political. But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time. Oh, I know that pain. Unbelievably hot. That's it! We set the cafeteria on fire. Wait, no, that's not a solution. That's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson? It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources. Steal everyone's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Hey Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? We just need you to be kidnapped by Trojans. I think stealing everyone's food's probably a more Damien thing to do. Yeah. Whoa, is that what politics is? Beating people up and putting their stuff in a big pile? I didn't know I was already so good at politics. And then I can roll around in the food pile. I just feel so good on my non-skin. Damien spends the rest of lunch piling up everyone's food in an enormous food mountain. Hungry students are soon swarming the mountain, trying to grab what they can while Damien pelts them with fives and knives from above. In a panic, the students turn on each other, fighting with the only weapon they have, the food in their hands. Food fight, food fight! I think a fight like this is how I died. Casualties are beyond counting, but no one will be forgetting that food fight anytime soon.
Let's go.
What do we need to up? I think we need to up our boldness a bit. Money's useful, but I'm not a fan of going to the store a lot because I'm not planning on like trying to unlock any of the endings, like super secret endings that you need to kind of maybe use a walkthrough to go through. So let's work on our boldness, shall we? That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give 0 shits and you gain 2 boldness. You're minding your own business when Damien comes rushing through, punching everyone who's minding their own business. Fuck, I'm so angry! So angry I want to pull my own skull out and eat it. In answer to your question, Daniel, I would love to be a professional actress. I just don't have the time to go out to auditions. I've signed up to potentially do extra work. Sadly, I work full time and then I come home here and I do make YouTube stuff as much as I can. So one day, hopefully, when I'm able to do freelance work full time, I'd love to pursue that avenue. But at the moment, I just sadly don't have the time for it. But it's definitely something I aspire to be. I'm so angry I want to set the school on fire and then punch the fire in its fucking face! So angry I want to spend years accumulating political capital so I can become president and use my nuclear power codes to blow out the sun. And you're standing in my way. Move before I punch you so hard I remember with melancholy the times that you could move with all your bones hurting. Oh no, violence incoming, think fast. Joke's on you, pal, I'm a pragmatist. I avoid any kind of idealization on the past because it has no use, and therefore I refuse feeling any kind of melancholy. No time to think of anything clever. Start dancing for no reason. That sounds like a fun thing. That sounds like a smart thing. We've got more points in fun, so let's try that. You have no idea what to do, so you just start doing a silly dance. It is really, really silly indeed. Oh, have a good night, Joshua. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Before you realize, all your classmates have joined you in your silly little dance. What the fuck? Move or I will kill you dead, noob! Thank you so much, Daniel, I appreciate that. I'm finding, like, just even being on camera and games like this, it helps bring out, like, my acting talents. But Damien, you can't deny she is actually moving. Yeah, and quite the moves she has. Clearly, even Damien can't fight against logic. Oh, Lee, definitely I've tried to audition for a couple of Warhammer pieces, but if you continue to share my videos around, boost my popularity online, and eventually help me get recognized by Games Workshop, then that's also a good idea, because then they'll be more, like, inclined seeing that people really like my stuff for the Warhammer community, and then they'd be more inclined to bring me on potentially as part of the team. But I'm really glad that you enjoy my stuff. Maybe you should move, Damien. Don't be a loser. Yeah, as you just said. Here you move or you die. All your classmates start chanting, move or die! Move or die! Ah. Damien, frustrated by the crazy, mindless, but joyful mob you've created, finally leaves. Still, from afar, you can see an eternal fire burning in the back of his eyes. But for now, you gain 2 boldness and 1 fun. Sorry.
Let's go.
What do we need? Yeah. We've done dodgeball so many times, but we really need to up our fun because I like to have kind of an even playing field across it. Oh, fuck it, let's try and get some money. That day you spent some time in the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Yes, Sam, share all of my videos! Spread my voice across the internet. But seriously, even sharing my videos or just like mentioning me or recommending my content, whether it's my streams, my YouTube stuff, or even just like follow me on Twitter, it's all of it counts and all of it's hugely appreciated. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it's paid off, so fuck it. You gained 2 money. Despite everything else happening around you, you're just solving some Sudokus. But your mind is constantly going back to Damien. Stupid sexy Damien and his idiotic short temper. Think he can even be your sweetheart. He seems more focused on being angry 24/7. For God's sake, he's the kind of guy that could get angry at a banana. As a matter of fact, your daydreaming is interrupted by the feral screams of Damien, who seem to be insulting an actual banana. You stupid yellow fruit! What's your deal? You think it's richer in potassium than me? I love Zoe! I really fucking do! But Damien, he... Guys! No one is richer in potassium than Damien fucking Levine! Kamehameha! Is he for real? Stupid sexy Damien. You need to put a stop to this nonsense before it escalates somehow into arson. Defend the banana's honor or eat the banana. I will eat that banana whole. You get closer to Damien in a very cool and quiet way. Huh. Why don't you mind your own business, noob? But you don't mind your business! You eat the banana instead! What? Ugh. Oh, look at Damien. He's losing his shit again. Yeah, he was bullying that banana. It seems he's all bark and no bite. Not like Stephanie, huh? Indeed, Stephanie seems to be all bite for sure. You know I am. Kinda sexy. It is alluring. Being all bite, not the bullying. Bullying is never alluring nor sexy. You heard it here first, folks. Bullying is never alluring or sexy. Oh, thanks, guys. True that. Unless you're bullying a banana, I mean, who cares? It's stupid. Damien is stupid. Hashtag winners don't bully bananas. They just eat them. Hashtag Damien is a stupid banana bully. Gah, not again. This is it. This is the last time you dare fuck with me, you bastard. On prom night, we're gonna share a very special dance. Spoiler alert, it will hurt. Do you promise? Do you promise me that, Damien? Oh, that's prom night. Prom fight on prom night. Damien versus Stephanie. Instant classic. Interesting. I might attend. Damn right. You all have tickets to watch how I reduce Stephanie's bones into sad, shapeless pulp. Yes! Free tickets! Hashtag prom fight on prom night. Side note, I know my voices are bad sometimes, but I love doing them anyway. So fuck it. And so you've led yourself to your own potential death. Nice! At least you gain 3 boldness, hell yeah, for doing so on your own volition.
Let's go.
Hey, it's my boy. What are you doing? You mess with me, and then you try to sit at my table? Go away and get ready to die, fuckhead. You just eat in the corner. In silence. Will you die soon? Who knows? Meanwhile, nothing else happens. And if you think this is unfair, next time don't try to sit at the table of a person who has expressed his desire to murder you. Totally not a smart move. Is Damien mad at me?
Let's go.
We need to up that charm. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the voices. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. At one point, you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team. Suddenly, you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears and you take advantage of that moment of weakness, throwing a ball at him. You lose 5 mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain 2 charm. Scott and Vera shoulder each other out of the way to try and get to you first. Hey, I heard Damien talking about how he's going to beat you up at prom. Yeah, mess him up. What? Hey, I don't believe in gratuitous violence, unless I'm a werewolf, in which case, one time I ate a kindergartner. You're right, Scott. I should look into this upcoming carnage and think of a way to monetizing it. I heard Polly saying Damien was giving away free tickets to watch him skinning Stephanie alive. Such a lack of business perspective is discouraging. That's not nice. Why haven't I received free tickets? Maybe the not so nice parts is the part about you being skinned alive? Anyway, Stephanie, what are you going to do about this? Might I interest you in some Oberlin life insurance? This might be a good time to get a policy. Yeah, Stephanie, what are you doing about this? Why'd you give us free tickets to watch Damien skin you alive? Don't be rude, bro. That's a good question. What are you going to do about this? Seems like you're pretty screwed, but maybe if you play your cards right, you can convince one of these two to teach you how to fight. Damien seems to hang out more with Vera than he does Scott, so I think we're going to go with Vera. Because I think before the end of the night we need to be a little bit nice to Gorgon, the Gorgon wife. Here's what I'm going to do. Vera, I'm going to give you $100 and you're going to teach me your secret Oberlin combat style. I don't know, probably die unless some big, strong, good at sports man decides to teach me how to fight. But where would I ever find such a man? Vera! Oh, I'm not rich enough. Fuck! Whoa, you're trying to bribe me with 20 cents, 3 sticks of gum, and some dragon heat tasers? That's right between sad and insulting. I'm too poor for Snake Wife, I'm sorry guys. And you know what? I don't feel like being insulted. I guess you'll get to know my combat style. That's because Vera proceeds to attack you. Her style mixes fierceness, elegance, and a lot of dirty tricks. You end up a bloody mess on the floor. You guess in some way Vera has taught you a lesson on how to endure lots of pain. Still, I lose 2 boldness and 1 fun. Fuck. Monster Prom draws near. He might kill me, but I'm gonna ask Damien out anyway.
What's up?
Please, Damien, be mine.
Let's go.
In your cockiest voice, you remind Damien of the two of you have a date on prom night.
What a noob.
A date? No, I'm just breaking your bones, you idiot. Complicating love language with violence is extremely problematic and can totally lead to toxic relationships. You just gave me more reasons to kick your ass big time. Not that I needed them. Prom night arrives and your brawl is even scheduled in the official prom program. Promgram? The crowd is ready for your fight.
I will tear you apart.
Silver lining. Big surprise, your total lack of preparation has actual consequences. Damien unleashes a storm of punches upon you, and it seriously hurts. If that wasn't enough, you can hear the crowd judging you. I heard she made a problematic statement that mixed love with violence earlier. Yeah, language is important and it can shape a society. It's our responsibility to use it carefully. Good thing Damien is beating that insensitive bigot's ass. He's the true hero here. Well, I didn't get to slow dance with him, but I got my teeth kicked in, so I call that a victory. It's all good. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Stephanie, most likely to make Pluto a planet again. Damien, best at giving fierce makeovers. Set of our lives, living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we are and who could be. And you know what, like it always does, life happens and it was wonderful. Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable. Polly graduated from doing lots of ayahuasca, and now she appears to hallucinating people and acts as their spirit animal. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her serfs to do the work. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone. Just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended there, but there are still plenty of battles left in that war called youth. And once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. We didn't quite get the ending we wanted, but it's the ending we kind of deserved. And with that, my lovelies, I think we've kind of come to the end of the evening. I love this game. I love this game so much, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. I could pick up from the comments, for a lot of you, it was the first time experiencing this game, and I really, really hope you had a good time. I had a lot of fun playing with you guys. I always have fun playing with you guys, but I really hope that you all had a wonderful, wonderful time on my Valentine's Day stream, my first Lonely Hearts Let's Play. Depending on how things go next year, who knows, I might bring this back. Maybe for more monster shenanigans, maybe for something different. But thank you all so much for joining me tonight. My next narration will be coming out on tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening. And don't forget, if you are a Twitch subscriber or a patron of my whiskey tier or higher, then be sure to join me on Sunday evening at 7:30 PM GMT, because I will be doing my monthly live narration. If you're a new subscriber and you haven't yet joined the VIP room Discord, then if you scroll down below, you'll be able to see instructions. There's a link there for how to activate your Twitch subscriber reward and how to join the server. So I cannot wait to see you there. Oh, I love this game. Do we get some final art? Hey! There we go. There we go. Alright. So, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel, Stephanie Swan Quills, for Warhammer narrations, creepypasta and other horror stories, my own original ASMR tales. I'm currently doing an ongoing Lovecraftian series that I really hope you're enjoying. If you want to... I'm becoming much more active on Twitter, so be sure to follow me at Steph Swan Quills for spur-of-the-moment updates, as well as occasional shitposting and pictures of my dumb face. So I cannot wait to see you guys again. I'm going to try and get things up and running for my regular schedule once again, but it just takes a little bit of time to get things going again, so thank you all so much for your patience. Thank you all so much for the bit drops, for the resubs. It's all hugely, hugely appreciated. And thank you so much for spending Valentine's Day with me. I love you guys so much. And I really hope you had a good time with me tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Multipath interference, one last time, with 500 bits. Thank you so much, man. Mwah. Good night, guys.